So the way I think about it is, COVID was definitely an inflection point where um, uh, people were forced to try out e-commerce for the first time. And so you're getting a lot of new kind of mainstream users. My parents, they're in their 70s and they're now used to
Mhm.
ordering their groceries for pickup, where before, it was a 2-hour kind of trek to the store. And so that behavior is just becoming mainstream. Um, what I think, companies have to recognize is that consumer sentiment and the consumer's need for higher service levels and the consumer's need for more convenience is never going to go down,
Mm.
right? And e-commerce represents that convenience. That trip to the store, lugging your stuff back and forth versus
Mm.
I have the world's products and services at my fingertips and I can get them delivered to my door. It's just a value proposition that I don't think will ever go away. Every year since I've been in e-commerce, it's been up and to the right. And every year you'll debate how much it's growing, but I think over time that trend line is just going to continue to increase. Um, Now companies need to, and we get to work at Fabric with all kinds of companies at different levels of digital maturity. And one of the things I see companies, challenged with is if you're a retail business and e-commerce is kind of a smaller portion of your business today, how do I make the right level of investments of time and people to do it? And in many cases, they're kind of constrained by their yearly financial planning.
Mhm.
And so what I see is a behavior of, teams saying, hey, this is the year we're going to fund our e-commerce efforts and we're going to go out and do a big bang. And I disagree with that approach.
Mm.
So you have to kind of abstract yourself from your financial planning and modeling and yearly planning and really think like, what's the consumer or what's our customer need and how do we improve our service level over time? But don't do it over a 2-year window.
Mm.
The macro economy, what we're sitting in right now and everything that's happening, all the external events are unsure. In previous years as an operator, I could tell you that, back to school was going to be big and
Mhm.
what week it was going to hit when people started shopping. I knew Black Friday and Cyber Monday were going to hit at this time. It's up in the air this year.
Mm.
So from a planning perspective and a timing perspective of what inventory, what merchandising strategies, what do I do? Um, it's up to the company to now decide that. So ultimately, the thing you have to be thinking about is don't do these big bang projects. Really think about how do I add value quickly to my
Mm.
business and do it in an iteratively fashion because you know you can't predict the customer sentiment and you can't manage those external kind of market challenges. What is the consumer going to do this fall? I have no idea. Are they going to speed up their purchasing early to get products that they don't believe will be here because of supply chain? Are they going to wait for promotionality because companies are moving their products in late?
Mm.
Um, I don't know. The point is just be nimble and be quick in all of your kind of planning and your technology planning as well.